Hello. How's it going, everyone? I just uploaded my first video in like 5 years. So, man, I felt like I was so awkward talking in the video. I've lost all public speaking skills, I feel like. But I just figured, what the hell, let's do a short live stream. I don't have much to do, so yeah, we might just yap and yeah, have some fun. We'll see if we can do something interesting. Well. Da, 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 da. Okay. You know what's crazy is that I've been non-stop looking at all of these stores, waiting for them to refresh. It drives me crazy that they don't align with the refresh. Like, this is over 2.5 days left for the refresh, and then the Glory store is refreshing tomorrow. Luckily with the Loyalty store, which resets in 7 days. So that's fun, right? Don't you love it when you're constantly looking for which store is refreshing? Also looking for this. So yeah. Okay. If there's people watching this on the playback, because I know new people coming into the stream. Oh, Bart's in the stream. Bart, what's up, my friend? Is this your first live stream? I think it is. Alright, Bart the Marvel fan saying finally joining your live stream. Hey man, it's good to have you. Insomnia? Yeah. Hey, it worked out, right? It worked out. How's it going, man? It's nice to see you. I don't know what I'm doing in the stream. I tried doing Battlegrounds to get the objective and I kept losing. I don't think I have a deck yet figured out for this upcoming meta, but yeah, that should be fun. Doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. Let's see. Do we have a fight and alliance war that I can do? Yeah, so someone accidentally... So I brought champions for this path, and one of my alliance mates jumped from the right to the middle for some reason. So I'm having to take this path without the counters. Alright, Bart saying, first time over here, try showing up earlier. Usually went like a candle, and tonight I could make it. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. I know you are all the way in the EU. I think Poland, right? But I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you dropping by. Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second. It's okay. Okay. Hey, we got the People's Champ in the chat as well. People's Champ, thanks so much for dropping by, dude. How you doing today? How are you doing? It was fun hanging out on your live stream yesterday. I can't believe you streamed for 4 hours. That is insane. That is insane. I do not think I have the social juice to stream for that long, you know? Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I put out a first video after like 5 years, just yapping and trying to be like, hey, I'm starting YouTube again, so come by the live stream. And I'm hoping to like bring the channel back from the dead a little bit, but yeah. All right, People Champ saying Imbalance streams for 6 hours. Wow. Yikes. Yeah, see, I can't do that. I can't do that. Well, I mean, I guess oh yeah, People Champ saying I'm gonna go watch the crystal opening. Yeah. I had saved a bunch of 7-star crystals because I was like, I can't just upload a video and be yapping for like 10 minutes and asking people to subscribe and just being like, all right, that's it, bye bye. I figured like if there's a crystal opening, at least people will be like, all right, he gave us something, you know. But I appreciate you guys dropping by. Yeah, you can check out the video. We opened 5 7-star champions, and I kind of want to build up a little bit of more presence. It's still awkward being on camera talking to your webcam, so my excitement level is like all over the place. All right, people champ saying in BGs the time kind of flies. 4 or 5 matches is about an hour. Yeah, that's a good point. If you're doing, you know, if I end up starting streaming during the BG season, maybe I'll push over 2 hours, but it all depends on how many people show up. You know, the last week I was streaming for like 4 days straight, and most of the time, at least for the first hour, I feel like I'm just here by myself talking to myself. But there's some great people who've been stopping by the streams whenever they can, and yeah, at least the end of the streams is a bit more lively. All right, Bart saying, not gonna lie, I'm here from Twitter and I like to show up and talk stuff, especially champ design. Yeah, me too, man, me too. Like I know I'm not the best player in the game, right? So I'm not gonna be able to entertain people with like insane champion testing like Legacy and like Nick and, you know, all of these guys, Vega, MSD. But I'm gonna try and up my game a little bit, and I'm gonna try and talk more about champion designs and new quests coming up and help out the average player. And you know what I mean, if I can do so. Let me see. All right, hopefully I don't die here, because I'm gonna have to take this Havoc. And what's he got? The intercept node. All right, let me just do this fight real quick. Bart saying same skill issue guy, but I like this kind of thing. I can relate to that. Yeah, exactly, right? It's kind of nice seeing people embarrass themselves on the internet, so you feel less like you're the only bad player in the game. All right, I'm gonna spam SB1. Ooh, this might have not been a good idea. Okay, no worries, let's see. Okay, does this kill? Didn't kill him. Okay. Alright, come on. Oh! Come on. Ah! That explosion got me. Okay. I could have actually, if I'd went SB2, SB1, I think I could have gotten him. But okay. It is what it is. This wasn't my path in Alliance War, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit of grace just for that. King of Games YouTube is back on the chat. What's up, King of Games? How you doing, man? Alright, King of Games saying, tonight's the night I finished 9.3. I have 2. It's been stuck in my head for 2 days now. Hey man, 9.3. Honestly, I feel like it was quite boring. I know, it's always such a two-way street, because we keep telling Kabam not to make overly difficult content, and then act content seems so dull that people kind of... It kind of feels like people just... It goes underwhelmingly so when new act content comes out. Alright, the People's Champ, sorry, I missed your message. Alright, People's Champ saying, just be yourself. The people on your crowd will appreciate you. Don't be entertaining people all during my streams. I just be myself. Yeah, I've noticed you are very calm and just naturally charismatic, which was really fun, you know, to be in the stream, because you feel like you're just talking to someone you know. And It's like when I start recording or when I'm doing a live stream, it almost feels like, do I have to be like, hey guys, how's it going? And yeah, it feels a little fake, is all I'll say, you know? Mehul's in the chat. Mehul, how you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for dropping by the stream. Mehul's asking, have you completed Incursions? I have, yeah. So I did 2 live streams this weekend. No, before this weekend, with part 1 and part 2, and we completed Incursions live. And it was fun, man. It was a breeze. Incursions, the Saga Incursions usually are very fun. I don't mind them. I did hate the fact that I pulled the one champion that I did not want. If you want to go watch the stream, you can, just to like scroll past and see what the opening was. But yeah, it wasn't what I was looking for. But anyway, all right, the People's Champion saying, just be yourself, just like now. We all don't know each other, but it feels like we've been acquainted before just because we're being ourselves. No one likes fake people. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Because I think no matter how much you try to fake it, eventually it's gonna be like, people can tell, you know? Especially if you're streaming, you can't fake being yourself for 2+ hours. Which is why I think like something on YouTube that has taken off is podcasting now. Everyone has a podcast. And it's like every time you hear people talk for more than a 7-minute runtime, you kind of go like, oh, this person is full of it. But yeah, man. Bart saying, it's Kabam's thing, making pretty interesting bosses and all. Just make in-game bosses like the Thunder Serpent or Dark Phoenix. So Bart, speaking of endgame boss defenders, I am planning to make a Dear Kabam style of video where it's not going to be like a negative, oh, what are you doing, Kabam, you're ruining the game kind of thing, but I'm trying to put at least 5 or 6 suggestions on how to improve the game and keep it healthy, because the best thing about this game is the community. And I feel like every time something as big as the Jessica nerf it happens, we lose a bunch of people, and people who are just like, oh, I'm done with this game, I'm not spending, I'm not playing, and the community kind of starts to take a hit, you know what I mean? And the game itself is good, but without the community, I don't think this game survives even more than a year. So hopefully we can be a little bit more positive about the game and what we would like to see. So I'm trying to talk about how champion designs being as complex as Serpent and Dark Phoenix are okay, but it needs to be controlled. You know what I mean? There's some game modes, especially Battlegrounds, which is, I feel like, the bread and butter of MCSC right now. Act content is boring. Alliance War is too stressful. AQ is so dull that most people don't even want to do AQ, right? So outside of Battlegrounds, there's not a lot of stuff that's going on in the game. So it needs to stay healthy. And toxic champions with toxic abilities just sour the taste for the entire game mode. And because the nature of Battlegrounds is so repetitive, whereas you're going one match after the next to the next to the next, it's like if you're facing the same toxicity again and again and again, the game mode is going to start getting old real quick. You know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully I can put together a few like visuals and kind of, you know, bring my thoughts together to get a video across. But yeah, I'm planning to do that probably maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, because I do want to design a few visuals. And yeah, hopefully it goes well. All right, Bart's saying 100%, I don't like mid defenders. We sometimes just need defenders, but let them be more skill rather than counter centered. Exactly. And even when it comes to skill, the biggest problem is that with the new defenders or just new champions that are coming out, the nature of the champions is so far separated from their class characteristics that it doesn't even feel like outside of the little oh, this champion is from the tech class, outside of that little tech logo on their profile, they have anything to do with the tech class. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Mystic champions used to be all about punishing buffs and getting power control. And now all Mystic champions are designed to counter Serpent. You know what I mean? It's not about controlling the fight. It's all about, can you control this one defender or shut down this one defender? Skill champions were so much about power control and like armors. And the best skill champion I feel like right now is Bastion, who neither does he have an active armor buff, nor does he control anyone's power. So same with like the mutant class, there's the prowess is not exactly a big thing, because like getting prowess doesn't counter anything. You know what I mean? So there has to be a relationship between the classes essentially to keep the game a little bit focused. You know, so like if a mutant champion gets X number of prowesses, the ability accuracy to shrug or cleanse a buff goes down by Y%. You know, balance the game in that sense. So drafting counters with the respective classes makes more sense. So yeah, I've thought about a few talking points, but that's generally what the idea is. All right, Mehul saying, which one should I choose, Angela or Hulkbuster? Both are unduped. Mehul, if you're talking about the incursion crystal, personally for me, I would pick Angela for two reasons. Number one, eventually you will get her duped, and when you do, she solves a lot of problems for the tech class or just in general, which is that she has a counter to auto block and she can parry non-projectile hits. She gets buffs, she puts debuffs, like, you know, in sense of what you want from a champion, she has good utility. Hulkbuster has good damage, but that's about it. And I feel like even if I had, let's say I had a 7-star SIG 200 Hulkbuster, okay, just like we got Miles, if I got Hulkbuster, he would still not be one of the first 5 or even 10 champions in the tech class that I would rank. Like, I would rank Prowler before him, Guardian, Red Skull, Bastion, Zola for defense, Warlock, Shuri, even Omega Sentinel, Penny, Infamous Iron Man, Lady Deathstrike. All of these champions are so utility focused and they serve a direct purpose in the game that I would rank them before I rank Hulkbuster. But for the Cosmic class, Cole is as close to Angela as any other champion, I would say. So he's the closest. But other than him, do you have Medusa? Do you have like Venom, Carolina? All of these champions kind of do the same thing as Angela, which is they get a bunch of buffs, they do a lot of damage. And that's what the Cosmic class is. So I would not hesitate ranking up Angela over someone like Vox, Null, Scream, Venom. I would choose Angela because she does one extra thing that these champions can't do. So yeah, my suggestion is Angela. Pick Angela. She's a really good champion, and you would be surprised and amazed by how hard she hits. All right, Bart the fan saying, definitely will be watching this video. Always up to that kind of videos. Yeah, I think I like those as well because I like to have something MCOC going on in the background every time I pick up this game. Like, I don't think I've just casually played the game without a YouTube video in the background for God knows how long. And it's either live streams or some kind of a conversational video where they're talking about the game that I can passively listen to. So I think, yeah, I think it's going to be fun. All right, King of Games saying, I would go Angela. She's amazing when awakened. Exactly. If both of these champions are going to be unduped, pick Angela. Because even if she's your first time, like duping Hulk, I don't think Hulkbuster does much. It gets regen, I think, but yeah. All right, King of Games saying, I'm already ranking up Nico, but I can rank one more champ to rank 3 between Null and Elsa. I don't know which one, since they're both great. King of Games, you don't have to make this decision anymore. What are you talking about? You pulled the Nico. Go with Nico. Oh, sorry, Carolina. Go with Carolina. Carolina and Nico both together are incredible. And Carolina is just so good, dude. She's so fun. You know what I mean? I think she's like just like Null in the sense that she didn't, when she came to the game, she's not solving a crazy problem, but she's just so fun to play, dude. I love playing Carolina. You just stay in the sun, build up power, and then just rip SP2. All right, Bart saying there are some good examples why this can be bad. Look in Chartres or Mr. Knight. And there we have very simple yet efficient champions like Okoye or Jack. I kind of lost. Oh, wait, I missed a message that you sent before that. Okay. I kind of like complicated champions with long kits. And by complicated, you mean people that have a lot of stuff going on, like Onslaught, Nimrod, or Hulkling. Yes, I agree. I agree. And I think the same applies with other champions like Serpent or Dark Phoenix. Now, I don't have Dark Phoenix. I've said this before, like when she came out, I wasn't playing the game. So I didn't have the initial tokens. And anyway, I don't have Dark Phoenix and I don't think I have any way to get her. But I've heard Legacy say time and time again that he loves playing Dark Phoenix on attack. So the same goes with Serpent. Serpent is not the fastest when it comes to Battlegrounds, but he is a very, very strong attacker and he's just so much fun to play. So his kit makes sense. And I would not nerf Serpent, nor would I nerf Dark Phoenix. I think, first of all, Kabam should just stop with the rebalancing program altogether. It is stupid. It makes no sense. The only thing they should focus on is whether or not the champion, when they're released, work as intended. That is all they should focus on. Okay, if a champion is doing insane damage like they're not supposed to, fix it. If they're not doing damage that they're supposed to, fix it. And that's about it. Don't nerf champions, don't rebalance. We don't want to revisit a champion 3 months later and then all be up in arms. It's an unhealthy system for the game. And it also takes away any incentive of going crazy for a new champion that has just come out. It's a stupid system. But what I would suggest for the video I'm making is to have a little bit of tuning in the kit of these champions that either turn off or turn on for specific game modes, especially like Battlegrounds, to reduce the toxicity level of those champions. Like, for example, with Serpent, the only thing I would change about him is either his power gain activates every 25% of his HP. So similar to how Deathless Thanos activates his protection, he gets power gain every 25%. So as a player, you know when to play around his power gain mechanic. Or, this is very simple, he does not trigger the death immunity in Battlegrounds. That's it. He can be just as annoying. His decks turn off and everything can remain just the same. We just don't need that extra level of toxicity of him going immortal and then regenning health back, and then we have to, you know what I mean? That's one. Same with Dark Phoenix. The only thing I would suggest be turned off for Battlegrounds is in Battlegrounds, she does not apply the Nova Flame when she goes immortal. That's it. Because it's unnecessary damage that you can't avoid with any other champion. And this would also open up a lot more counters for Dark Phoenix. Like every champion with a multi-hit combo can then basically take Dark Phoenix, because all you have to do is push her to SP2 and punish her SP2 as quickly as possible with as many hits, and you don't get as much Nova Flame. Or you just use poison champions, right? So I think that's going to be a very healthy way to keep Dark Phoenix in the game, keep her still be annoying, but not toxic. All right. Whoa, there's a few chats that I have to read. Okay. Stephen Hart coming to the chat. Stephen, how you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for dropping by. This is your first stream, I think. I don't remember seeing you. All right, Stephen saying, hello, mate. I'm on Incursion myself in room 27, but fights are so intense now. After room 25, the health pool of champions goes really high up, Stephen. So I completely understand. I would suggest, Stephen, after you're past room 25, just go for the easiest fights that you can see. Don't go for any like specific modules to pick up or like persistent buffs. Just focus on what's the easiest fight with the easiest nodes. Even if it's like a regen node before that fight and your champion is 100%, don't worry about it. Just go down that path, because all you want to do is get this last 4 or 5 sectors over with. Steven saying, watch out for Jubilee. Apparently she counters a lot of your buffs. Yeah, I saw this on Twitter yesterday. Someone said that because Jubilee punishes the fact that you can purify your buffs or something, it's like it's kind of a pain. So yeah, just avoid any difficult fight basically. We got Dry Ice in the chat. Dry Ice, what's up, my friend? Thank you so much for dropping by again. How you doing, Ben? How you doing? All right, King of Games saying I'm ranking her for sure. No worries, she's carrying me a lot. Still want to rank one of them. Yeah, after Carolina, if you still have resources that you want to use on someone, who did you say you wanted? Elsa or Call? Wait, is this Call Obsidian or Null? Because you put the K, so I'm confused. Regardless, I would say go Elsa. Okay, I'm also very much on the... I'm kind of wondering if I should take up Chilith to rank 3 or Elsa to rank 3. And both of these champions are going to be really good for the next coming meta. However, I am leaning slightly towards Elsa, even though she is just rank 1, because Elsa, even after this meta, I've seen just so much stuff on her being so good that I think I'm going to go with Elsa. And I would suggest you do the same. She's going to help you a lot in this meta. Her damage is amazing. She has a lot of utility built in as well. Evade, counter, and whatnot. Just, yeah. Alright. Mehul saying, I have a Cosmic Awakening gem. Options are Angela, Hyperion, Vox, or Venom. Okay, Mehul, so I'm going to say 100% don't give your Awakening gem to Venom. He does not need to be awakened. If you get him awakened, it's cool, but he doesn't need it. He doesn't get anything that changes him in any way by just being awakened. Hyperion, I would say his utility in the game has gone down a lot because outside of damage, he doesn't really solve too many problems. Plus, he's kind of a sig one and done sort of champion, and you want to give your awakening gem to a champion that either absolutely needs to be awakened to be good, or whose sig ability scales so it's worth the investment. And for both of those reasons, I would say go with Angela, because one, she's only in the Incursion Crystal, so how likely are you to get Angela again from an Incursion Crystal? Because it's going to be months before you open another Incursion Crystal. If you have Angela and you have the option to get her again from the Alliance event selector, maybe you can let me know, because that might change my answer. But as for the options you've given me, I would say go Angela. She gets amazing abilities out of being awakened, which is debuff duration reduction and auto block counter. Go with Angela, give her as many sig stones, take her all the way up to sig 140, and then you can consider whether or not you want to go higher up or lower, or put it in someone else. But okay, sorry, I'm a little bit slow on the chat, but I'm definitely trying to read all of your chat, guys. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Bart saying 3 months later is a little understatement. More like 6 to wait for news, and other 6 for an update. Overall, a year. Yeah, Bart, if you're talking about the whole rebalancing program, I think it's just dumb. Kabam needs to shut that down immediately. Internally, if they feel like a champion is not performing or their abilities are not working like intended, do it. This is not something you should... There's so many things that I wish they would communicate and take community's feedback. Designing champions should not be one of them, okay? And I feel like I'm going to be an exception in this opinion, but the designers know what they're doing. They have so much data and they have a different objective, which is they want to lead the game a certain way. I think do this stuff internally. 3 months rebalancing a champion, taking a bit away a whole ass ability like they did with Jessica Drew is such bad faith bullshit that I think is not something they should be doing. So just get rid of it. Rebalancing is just a stupid thing. Don't do it. Mehul, I have a cosmic... Oh, okay, I read that one. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Dry Ice is also giving advice to Mehul saying, get the Angela dupe if you can from the Alliance Incursion event. Yes. Dry Ice saying Hype or Vox. Let me see what Vox's awakened ability is. Dry Ice, I would not say I would say don't go for Hyperion right now because also he's not good for this meta. He's not a Saga champion. So yeah, I would not go with Hyperion. If you want to give it to Hyperion, wait. Wait till you use Hyperion in something where you're like, okay, I need him to gain more power. The only thing his awakened ability does is it increases how much power gain he gets. And honestly, as an attacker, you don't need that because he already gets so much power. It's good for defense, and also it's kind of a one and done, which is you get him duped once, that's all you need. All right. Stephen Hart saying, you will, thank you. I'm at the Sauron boss, though. Saw him KO a guy on stream earlier. You can't power steal for him. Sauron is such a pain. I think I died to Sauron, honestly, if I remember it right. Yeah. But I only faced him like once, I think. Even if you die, like on the second run, you'll take him down. I know it's a stupid cost, 85 units for one revive in incursions, but I think just because of the rewards, if you spend about 200 units in incursions, don't feel bad. It's so much that you're getting back. You're getting 12,000 Titan crystals. Like, think about it this way. If there was a store right now where you could trade 200 units to get 12,000 Titan shards, and whatever, I think you get like 500 Titan shards from each of the basic rooms after room 20. You know what I mean? And all the other votes that you're getting from the Alliance event, if those were all in a store, would you buy them for X amount of units? And if the answer is yes, which I think it would be in this case, don't feel bad if you spend those units in incursions. There's not a lot of stuff that demands you to spend units anymore. You can farm for revives and stuff anyway. So if this is one place where you're spending units, don't worry about it. Just get excited about all of the stuff you're gonna get. All right. Dry Eyes saying Angela. Yep, okay. All right, Bart saying they announced Jess is getting nerfed literally after most people either recently pulled her from a Titan, invested everything, took her to rank 4 because 5-6 months is enough for these things to happen. And here's the thing, Bart. It's not that they nerfed Jessica in a way that's... They did so much. They did so many things wrong with the Jessica Drew nerf. One is they lied. They straight up lied to everyone and pretended like, oh, we're doing this for you guys. She's being too much of a pain on defense, and we don't want you guys to die to Jessica on defense. So we're going to take an ability out of her that has been helping everyone on offense. What? You think we're not going to be able to put 2 and 2 together? It's... Yeah, because here's the thing. Every time Jessica had that Ensnare, she was turning off Serpent, she was turning off Kindred, she was turning off Dark Phoenix. I mean, the amount of champions that she was countering. And I know I saw a video that Legacy made where he was like, you guys showcased her countering Bullseye because of the Ensnare. Now she can't. And then they were like, okay, fine. We'll put the evade counter back. It's not evade that she was countering. Okay, Ensnare was countering evade, yes, but also it was shutting ability accuracy by 30%, which was helping Jessica across a whole plethora of champions. So they wanted that nerf because they didn't want her to take down Dark Phoenixes or Serpents or Kindreds and whatever other champion that she was taking by just turning them off. And so they just lied about it being a defensive thing. And second, if you're going to take an ability out of a champion's kit, you cannot just say it is what it is and move on. You have to give rank down tickets and be like, if you don't like this champion anymore because we're changing this champion fundamentally, then you have to let the community rank them down and get the resources back. But yeah, I think Jessica is still 100% a top 5 science champion, at least for now, because I think most people who don't spend on the game don't have Human Torch. Most people would not... what is the What champion am I? Yeah, so most people won't have the other big counters like Count Nefaria or Silk or Photon or what's the Spider Ham. Like, I don't have Spider Ham even though he's in the pool. So I think when it comes to top 5 science, Jessica, even with the nerf, is 100% a top 5 science champion. If you get her, be happy, rank her up, all that stuff. She's a phenomenal champion. But it's a sign of something negative in the community is all that there is. Okay. I go on such long rants. Alright, King of Games saying, they really pissed me off with the Jessica Drew nerf. Like, man, she helps me a lot for Enchantress bosses. I mean, King, she's still going to be amazing for Enchantress. There's nothing changed about her that's going to make her fight any different against Enchantress. Like, the Debilitate still turns off her spells. And the Power Sting still scales incredibly well with her SP2, SP1 rotation. So it's not that she's going to be a bad champion. It's just that she's not a viable champion for a few fights that people were actually using her for. Like, okay, here's the thing. When you're fighting Serpent in Battlegrounds, you would usually not pick Jessica as the counter. However, if you know that you have a champion on defense that the opponent is going to either die to or lose a ton of health to, Jessica can do the Serpent fight and come out with over 50% HP. Same with Dark Phoenix. And Jessica can 100% do all of those fights outside of Battlegrounds very well. Like, she will just turn those abilities off and get past with no problems. And Kabam did not want that. Okay? So, I feel like this whole rebalance thing in itself is just, yeah, it's not viable. Alright. Alright, we got DJ Masterson in the chat. Hey, DJ, how you doing, man? Thank you for dropping by. Saying, I haven't played in years, so tired of Kabam. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I mean, is that the game itself, I've never heard anyone who's retired from the game say this game sucks and I hate the game. It's just that the company running the game has made decisions that are so foul that people just don't want to be associated with the game because of that. Because of the way they get treated by the company and because of the way the company treats these players. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. DJ, I completely understand why you would have quit the game. I still appreciate you dropping by the stream though. How long have you not played the game? Or do you still like log in every once or twice a week and do some random stuff? Are you up to date on the game or have you completely sworn off the game? Like deleted the app and everything? I would be interested to know. Alright, Steven saying, definitely worth it, but I started with no revives or units, just had to earn some units, bought and used one revive so far. Yes, Steven, I completely understand. Like, Incursions is fun, but it's not something you want to spend resources on, so I completely understand if you die and you're annoyed by it, but I'm just saying, like, for the sake of getting past it, just make like this little thing up in your head where like think of it as a trade-in where you're giving 200 units to get all of these rewards so you don't feel super bad. Okay, we got Bart saying a lot of Jess's power lied in her ensnare, barely accuracy reduction. Agreed. Though she'd still be a very solid champion without ensnare. Yeah, she's definitely a solid champion, but what this did, them taking an ability away, and if the community kind of lets this go, you know what I mean, then this allows them to do this to the next champion. Okay, like for example, we have, what is this champion? Okay, let me give you an example of the champion I have, which I really am enjoying, and that is, where's my samurai? Okay, Silver Samurai, right? Bart, you love this champion. After his SP2, when you heavy cancel into SP2, he goes unblockable. What if Kabam tomorrow says, hey guys, so we've noticed that Silver Samurai going unblockable is kind of a pain on defense, which we did not expect. So we're going to make him not go unblockable after his SP2. That changes the champion. Okay, so 3 months of us investing in this champion, seeking him out, ranking them up, giving them resources, awakening gems, signature stones, and then a major kit is just removed because you were not happy with how this kit worked. It's ridiculous. Like, I would have understood if they said that her ability accuracy reduction was 30%, but because of a bug, it felt like 100%. So we're going to fix it and make it 30% again. That would be like, okay, that's a fair rebalance because they're just fixing the kit and making it work as intended. This is not that. This is just taking away a whole ability. All right, People Sham saying, yeah, I can tell you got to find your groove getting back into streaming. Got to be able to talk and game at the same time. Lol. No, here's the thing, People Sham. I have nothing to game right now. I've completed almost like, there's no AQ. I could do BGs, but it's like it would be friendlies. If someone wants to do a friendly, you can either send me a request or you can give me your username. I'll add you. We can do BGs. But I just started the stream because I was like, I don't want to miss 2 days in a row, you know? And I didn't stream yesterday because of the same feeling, like I wanted to upload some videos and write down some ideas. But yeah. All right, Bart saying, you're good. Trust me, if I'd be here talking, it would be at least hours long. Anyways, you know me, I sent you like 10 VMs on Twitter. Yeah, dude, I know. It's so easy to go on tangents with these topics. All right, Dry Eye saying, I'd like Spider-Man Jugs added to the game. Spider-Man Jugs? What champion is that? A Juggernaut Spider-Man? I do not know what that champ is. Also, Dry Eye saying we allowed Serpent. Well, we didn't. We did not allow Serpent. Everyone in the community wanted Serpent to be tuned down. Okay, so we had to tolerate Serpent, but they're the ones who allowed it. All right, Bart saying, they dare not touch my samurai. Don't you dare. I'll haunt your nightmares. Hey, fair enough, Bart. I'll be right there with you, buddy. I'll be right there with you. People saying, my bad. Hey, no, man. No, I don't have anything to play. I just wanted to chat and like see if anyone shows up. If no one showed up, I would have just been doing random battlegrounds or something. But yeah, I'm going to start doing arena as well again. Because it's the weekend, arenas are absolutely a waste of time. Like, they need to fix this. You know what I mean? They need to fix so many things in the game that I could just non-stop complain about. All right, Stephen Hart saying, I agree, it's worth it. Plus, have got too close to now completed. We'll grind for as many units as it takes. Yeah, absolutely, Stephen. I don't think you'll need a lot of units. It's probably just Sauron that's giving you trouble or might give you trouble, right? Try and avoid him if you can. Every other champion you'll be able to take. You know, our little Stevie, he can regen. And don't be afraid to block. Because I noticed that I was trying to play these fights as if it's war or battlegrounds where I have to protect my HP and not block. Don't worry about that stuff, man. Just block those hits, bait heavy attacks, let them finish a medium ending combo and then punish them because you're going to regen back. Even with specials, if you feel like Sauron is a bit too toxic with his specials, if he's not unblockable, just eat it completely into your block. Don't even try and dex it. You know, play it safe. You're going to be fine. I'm pretty sure. If I could make it past room 30, trust me, you can too. All right. We got Bart saying DLL didn't allow his kiddo getting touched or any of his kids. Absman was first shot, so it was unclear he'd get balancing shot. And Patriot was underperforming, not overperforming. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've kind of said everything about the whole rebalancing program, which is just shut it down. Okay, shut this down. We don't want champions getting rebalanced after they've been released, especially not months after they've been released, you know? We want you to keep champions like they are and make sure they work like they're intended. That is it. Okay? Because they also did my girl Titania dirty by nerfing that SP3 mechanic, and now I just hate her. There's no point in using Titania. The incredible rotation that she had is now unaccessible. So, yeah. Alright, let me just drop a friendlies because people champ is right. I am just yapping and there's no gameplay, so I will embarrass myself with doing battlegrounds. Anyone who's here for the first time, do not judge me. Okay, I'm not the best battlegrounds player. I just try and get by. Alright. Bart saying Serpent, Photon, K, Deathless Thanos. I can already see Nika saying as she is. Yeah, Bart, I don't know. Because so many people have said this exact thing publicly, which is DL's champions don't seem to be getting balanced. They could actually be like, let us prove a point and balance Nico. I could definitely see that happening. Okay, what we got? Ooh, you know what? I should actually put Kingpin back in the deck. Alright, Anzi, I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna take out... Who else? Who else? Korg and Kingpin. Alright, let's see. Maybe call. Let's see. Alright, Dry Ice saying the hardest noted incursion was one I opened due to the stun after you throw a special. Oh yeah, Dry Ice, you're right. I actually died to that because I didn't read the nodes and didn't realize there was one eye open, and I just dropped a special while the opponent was stunned. So I completely agree. Ooh, I kind of want all 4 of these. Alright, Bart saying this definitely is really valid. Balancing was supposed to prevent hooks or dooms, but then we have Serpent, so balancing program gotta go. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We want it gone. Okay. Photon, I think. Man, if he gets Yelena after this, I'm gonna hate it. But we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Man, I don't have a Serpent counter. Well, I guess count Nefaria. We'll go with Bastion. Actually, we'll go with this because what if he places Havoc on defense? Ah, he got Photon also. Don't like that. Let's see. Yeah, he picked Photon. Do not like that. I say that even though I have a Photon that's stronger than his. I think he's gonna Hulkling this. Let's see who uses for Soulwork. I just ranked up Soulwork because I feel like he's such a pain to fight sometimes. If you don't have the right counter, I don't know what he does. That is so annoying. Oh, you son of a gun. Alright. We're gonna have to go with Call here because he... Well, at least she won't evade Call. Every other champion, I feel like she's just gonna be a pain for. Alright, he can low-key. He might low-key crush that. But we'll see. Alright, Bert saying Sinister versus Photon surprisingly works. True. True, it does work. What is going on? Where's my damn... Oh my god. Come on, I was blocking that. Are you kidding me? You have got to be kidding me. Oh, that willpower kind of saved my butt there. Oh my god. See, he freaking crushed that. Wow. GG's, man. GG's. Okay, so the idea of using Soul Arc was to take his Hulkling out, so now he should technically not have any counters for my Photon. Because Hulkling, I've seen Hulkling do some Hulkling things against Photon. Alright, learned that trick about Sinister from my bud Call Me OG on Discord, and then I started nuking Photons with Sinister. Yeah, I mean, it's you also kind of have to time it. Because, that goddamn serpent. Okay. Hopefully his Photon can do some Photon-y things. Yeah, Bart, so I kind of have used Serpent a couple of times, but it's very... like, you have to be very particular about how you do it. You have to make sure... because he can also block unblockable specials, so it works pretty well, but her her untouchable needs to... oh, he has... god damn it. He has unfazed. Alright, drop your special, buddy. Drop it. Oh my god. Come on. Okay. Drop it. Okay. Drop it. Oh my god, drop it, Serpent. The fact that his true damage thing is stopping me from going... from evading kind of works out because... okay, drop it. Come on, buddy. 15 Furies. Oh! Did you guys see that? He unfazed into a special. Wow. Even an unduped serpent is such a pain, bruh. Okay. I mean... yeah, he didn't have a photon counter. GG's, my guy. GG's. Alright. Bart saying literally me every single time on Alliance War with Nefarian Serpent also has unfazed. I know. I know. There's so many people who have said that they love Mr. Negative because he's such an amazing champion, but his whole thing gets turned off if the opponent has unfazed. And I'm like, how are you going to design a champion for all of the masteries that your pain in the ass defenders seem to turn off? You couldn't have one mastery got like be turned off by an attacker, for crying out loud. Come on, kabam. What are we doing here? Did someone finish the... ooh, people have finished this. Okay, I'm so grateful. Alright. Do you guys think I'm gonna get a 7-star from this? It is a Nexus. It is a Nexus. Okay, I know there's definitely people who've got these rewards already, right? Because your alliances have done it. Can anyone tell me if they've opened one of these Nexus ones and gotten a 7-star? Because I don't know why I feel like I'm gonna get Onslaught from this. I'm not. I opened 5 7-stars earlier, but I didn't get an Onslaught. Alright, anyone in the chat who knows if they've gotten anything from this? Okay, I'm gonna open one, and then I'll maybe leave one for the end of the stream, which I don't know when it's gonna be, but let's see. Come on, 7-star Onslaught. Come on. Okay. Oh. That's a 7-star. Okay. That's good. That's good. Hey, XL Zemos in the chat. Hi, XL. Are you watching passively in the background? Saying I got 20 more 6 on White Magneto. Oof. I'm sorry, dude. I am sorry. I saw there's a YouTube video that someone made. I don't remember who it is. About how White Magneto is better than Red Magneto. And I mean, they had some amazing gameplay. But who cares, dude? After Onslaught came to the game, I feel like no one cares about the old mutants. It's Onslaught, Jean Grey, and maybe Samurai now because... excuse me. A lot of people don't have Samurai yet. Okay, I'm happy to awaken a 7-star Joe Fixit, okay? That's pretty good. I knew for a fact that I did not get a 7-star Joaquin Torres because I have that sucker at SIG 40 as a 7-star. Alright. Dry Eye saying I got a 7-star Silva Sable. Is that good? Do you like her? Someone here said they took Silva Sable up to rank full. And they were like, she's amazing. I don't like Sable. But if you like Sable, that could be a W, bro. That could be a win. Alright, Stephen Hart saying I got someone earlier today, get 2 7-stars, come up in one. Ooh. Were they good 7-stars? Because if they were good 7-stars, that's a W. Hey, listen, there's a lot of 7-stars that could come up and you would still be like, I would rather any other 7-star, but hey. Alright, Zemo saying I do have a whale size account, so I was fine with it, to be honest. I mean, I know, but it's still kind of, it's the little things, you know? It's like if you open a 7-star, you're not that excited. But if you get a 7-star from a Valiant Crystal, you're like, oh, this is amazing. But yeah. Okay, do I save this for the end of the stream? I don't... Alright, if we get 3 people to say open it right now, I'll open it. If not, we'll save it for the end of the stream, so there's something to do at the end. But yeah. Man, I'm such a itchy finger when it comes to Titans and any kind of crystals. I have like 3 Titans, 1 Nexus, and 2 of the normal ones that I'm like every day I'm like, ugh. Alright, we got... Okay. Fine. We'll pop it. Come on, 7-star. 1 more 7-star. We need a W. Come on. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Oof. Oh my god. It is a 7-star Walks. Let's go. Alright, we got a few people in the chat. Alex saying save it. I'm sorry, love. These people, they made me open it. But I got a 7-star Walks. Come on. Oh, yes, dude. I've been so hesitant on using Walks because I hate champions that are unawakened. But, oh, dude, this is a good awakening. Also, I don't want to sound like a jerk because there was someone in the chat, Mehul, who was like, should I awaken Vox? And I was like, no, Vox doesn't need to be awakened. Give it to someone else. And now I'm losing my shit over the fact that I've awakened my 7-star Vox. Mehul, you still don't need to awaken Vox, okay? He's still great without it. Give it to Angela. All right. Oh, we have a few people who came out of the shadows to say pop it. Gecko Man, thank you so much. Gecko saying, this Titan is the best one we've had. I've heard great stuff about Walks. Oh my god, I've heard. I think Walks is one of those champions that I kind of wish people would shut up about. Every time there's a Walks player or any Walks related stuff that happens, everyone just pops out and is like, oh my god, do you guys know how amazing Walks is? He's the best champion. He's a Swiss Army knife. He is a samurai sword. He's everything. And every time I'm in the Gladiator circuit, there's like 1 out of 10 people who may have Walks in their deck. So it's like, yeah. But no, I'm really happy about this one. I am so hyped about this one. I love the fact that he's now awakened. Alright, Bart saying my boy Vox made the cameo. See, what did I just say, guys? The Vox propaganda is real. Okay. Gekaman saying I've never touched him myself. No. No. I know what you're trying to do here. Do not. Do not. Oh, sorry. Not that. That is pretty cool. Joe Fixit is also oh my god. Vox looks. He might be the most badass looking champion in the game. He just might be one of the most badass looking champions in the game. He's so cool. His let me do just a random duel, because I want to see his win animation. Where is he? Oh, sorry. Cosmic. Alright, Gecko Man, let's see if Vox. So the reason I have my Vox at rank 2 is I tried to do Wheel of Fate and unsuccessfully so, because I had MCOC Noobs. I had his video going on in the background, and I figured I could technically counter. Oh, look at this animation, guys. Oof. That is so cool. That is so cool. So because I'm starting to make YouTube videos now, you know what I should do? I should clip that animation and work a way to make it like an outro for my videos that I do. That would be so cool. Also, I'm the kind of guy who would change his whole personality based on the last movie he watched. And that is also very true with the game. Okay, so if I like a champion, everything on my account will turn into Vox aesthetic. But no, we love Prowler. We're sticking with Prowler. Bard saying we are the Legion. Technically, you're not wrong. I did see a bunch of Voxes in that entry, in that exit animation. Alright, Alex saying, nah, that's Purgatory. Oh, come on, Ali, no way. I mean, listen, Purgatory is a beast. Okay, she is. I mean, she's holding someone's spine as a sword. So maybe you have a great point. And that spine is on fire. I mean, you know what? Valid, okay? I can see a point. You haven't convinced me yet, but I'll give it to you. No, I'm not conceding, Alex. I'm not conceding. Alright, Bart saying I made a cameo as well. Yeah, of course. I would kick your ass any day. I'm kidding. Alright. Oh, Gecko. So, Gecko Man was saying earlier in the chat that this Titan is the best one we've had. I agree. I 100% agree. But I also think that the next Titan could be just as interesting. Because... okay. Who are the champions that are leaving? So I think that this Titan still has a couple of Ls. I think Spider-Man Supreme is one of them. And as good as Gallon is, I don't like him as a Titan. So I'm gonna say Gallon and Cyclops Blue Team. Again, Cyclops and Gallon, love both of those champions. As Titans though, it would not be the happiest pull, is all I'll say. However, The next pool is gonna have Silver Samurai, and I think a lot of people, when you pull Silver Samurai, are gonna immediately love him and rank him up. He is so good. He is so good. I feel like he does need the awakening though. He's like Nico in the sense that you don't need him to be awakened for his ideal matchup, which is like Yelena. However, for speed purposes, his awakening makes him a completely different beast because you get the power back from using a special and you want to spam back-to-back specials with him. So amazing champion. I feel like Frankencastle is gonna be okay. Hold on. Dry Eye saying Gentle is an L. He is not an L. Dude, Gentle is an amazing champion. I honestly will be taking him to rank 4. I'm not sure yet because it's between Sinister and Samurai and Gentle for rank 4. But I'll tell you, Gentle, you have to put the Sinister relic on him. He hits like a truck. He is super tanky. You can take like entire 5-hit combos to the face and still not lose more than 10% HP. He can he has a pursuit passive, so counters evade, and you can get this pursuit passive with the Mr. Sinister relic in every fight. You don't need it just against Bullseye. If you use Mr. Sinister's relic, you get a passive bleed on you, which you are immune to, so you trigger the pursuit. So you can have evade counters for every fight. His SB2 hits so freaking hard, and it is so satisfying. I even like his animations a lot, and he is surprisingly a very good defender because he has this whole thing like unstoppable mechanic, which makes him annoying because if you don't have a way to parry him, it's very difficult to counter that unstoppable. If you can parry him, you just parry, hit him, let him go unstoppable, and then back off. But if you mistime it with your specials, he's going to go unstoppable, and by the time your special animation is done, he's going to smack you right back. So I think Gentle is a very, very good champion. You should try him out. Give him a shot. Don't judge him. Build up to 12 or 11 muscle mosses and drop that special too. It's going to be so good, dude. He's really good. All right, Dry Eye saying you pulled him 3 times, so dislike him at the moment. Fair. Then I agree. If you've pulled Gentle more than twice, you pull him once, you're like, okay, I'll give him a shot. You put him again, you're like, okay, he's duped. The third time, I would also be like, oh, fuck Gentle. I hate this guy. Also, I initially had mixed feelings about him just because of the fact that he looks so much like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and I was like, I don't like that about him, but hey, it is what it is. All right, Alex saying, how do you feel the game could improve for newer players coming in? Okay, so I don't think the game could... Right now, I think the state of the game is not good for new players. I think there's too much going on in the game. I think there needs to be a jumping off point for new players to experience the game and then jump to... we need something that's going to make new players completely transition to endgame content, which I don't know if it exists right now, unless you're someone who's playing the game and is super engaged with the community at the same time. So people helping you, telling you what champions to rank, you're watching YouTube videos, you're watching all of the guides, then maybe it makes sense. But if you're just a new player who picked up the game like most of the old players like myself did, the game is too at odds with itself, where it wants you to spend money to get 5 and 6 star champions very early on, but then it also creates a gold and ISO shortage because you're not duping as many champions. And then most of the content in the game, like variant content and Battlegrounds, is just so based on... It's like the rewards are so backwards that the stuff you do with 3, 4, 5, and 6 stars doesn't have as much weight to it in terms of rewards. Like, you don't get as many good rewards. Like, my girlfriend is doing, like, Alex here, she's doing Act 6 right now, and she's already running a whole team of 6-star rank 3 champions. And what incentive does she have to do any of the variant stuff? There's like 6 or 7 variant content in this game that she just has no incentive to ever touch. Like any of the, like none of these rewards mean anything. You know what I mean? So yeah, the same thing goes with exploring early act content. Even event quest, okay? She's someone who would, I think she's like 1 or 2, I don't even know if she has like 10 or 20k prestige. But all of the rewards and event quest for her are 5-star based, and she's already passed 5 stars. So why would she do event quest, the monthly event quest? It makes no sense. But yeah. All right, I did miss a few chats. Let me go back here. Okay. Ooh, all right. Zemo saying Gallon is staying in for 1 more rotation. I mean, I don't have Gallon, so I would not mind having a 7-star Gallon, but I don't feel like he's a Titan-worthy champion. He's not as exciting. I have the same feeling with most older champions entering the Titan pool, which is unless they have a significant enough buff making them new, I don't see why they need to be in Titan pool. Just add them to the basic or something like that. Because here's the thing, a lot of endgame players who have like 99% of champions in the game, 7-star crystals are a waste of time for them. They only exclusively care about Titan crystals. If you add these new 7-star releases that are old champions releasing as 7-stars in the basic pool, you give these people something to aspire to open these crystals, is all I'm saying. Like, it's just common sense. All right. Gecko Man saying, whoa, we will not stand for Gallon slander. Hey, it's not slander. Okay, I'm not trying to say Gallon is a bad champion. I just feel like he should not be in a Titan pool. He should be in the basic 7-star pool. That is all. No slander. I respect the Gallon strength. Okay, I understand how strong he is. All right, Bart saying, I think it will go like Dazzler, Spidey, Okoye, Zola, Gentle, and Torres. And yes, Gallon has a hard W. Yes, Gentle is a hard W. Gentle is a hard W, and all of those champions leaving, I'm okay with. Especially that Spidey. He needs to be gone. He needs to be gone. All right, Dry Ice saying, oh, that I read that one. Dry Ice also saying that Gentle is stopping me from Spider-Woman. I completely see why you would hate Gentle then. All right, Zemo saying Bart is correct. Appreciate that, Zemo. All right, Bart saying new ones will be like Mr. Knight, Samurai, Dracula, Frank. No, Bart. Pavitra Prabhakar is not coming to the Titan pool. No, he's only going to be in the Saga Chase. So he's in the Platinum track, right? Pavitra, he's in the... We should just call him Mystic Spidey. Because we already call Mystic Spidey Spidey Supreme. Because I don't know how many non-brown people can say Pavitra the way it's supposed to. But anyway, he's going to be in the Platinum track. I don't think he's going to be in the Titan in December. He might be in the next Titan, but not on the coming one. The coming one will be, like you said, it's going to be Mr. Knight, Silver Samurai, Dracula, Frank, and the 2 new champions that we see in November might come in the December Titan, unless they don't want to do that and they put 2 new 7-star release champions in the pool instead. So we'll see. Dry Ice saying he's on my blacklist. Speaking of blacklist, Dry Ice, you know how there's these gacha boxes in the game? I low-key wish Kabam would do a special Titan key thing where you can basically, you have all of these Titan champions that have just released and you get them via this gacha box system, which is once you pull one of them, you can't pull that same champion again until you are done with all the champions in the Titan pool. I think they need to start doing something like this because the way this game is going, the amount of champions that we have, I don't see how champ acquisition is going to be healthy for average 80% of the player base. You know? Alright. We got... Wait, how do you say this? X Ryan? I'm sorry, I'm butchering that probably. I'm sorry. Alright, we got X Ryan saying Lizard escaped from Oscorp. He will join the next month with Indian Spider. Yes, you are right. So if anyone in the chat doesn't know already, the clues for this month's EQ basically confirm the fact that the next month's champion is gonna be the Lizard. And before people start to get excited, I would like to remind you guys that Kabam has incredible track record with Spidey champions, because we all know our favorite Spidey villains in the game, Sandman, Rhino, Doc Ock. These are all extremely meta champions that we all want as 7 stars, right? So because of this amazing track record, my excitement for Lizard is a little bit low. Okay. What else we got? The base pool will get a nice boost. Gecko Man saying the base pool will get a nice boost in December, so it's worth holding crystals till then. Absolutely. Dude, there's like 27, 30 champions coming in the base pool in December. Oof, it is going to be crazy. But yeah, it is definitely going to be a breath of fresh air for a lot of people. Who do I want to get rid of? Maybe get rid of Shang-Chi, just because I don't want that fast as champion. Alright. Ooh, I kind of want Sinister, guys. I want Sinister. Alright, I'm taking Sinister. Alright. What do we got? Good idea. Oh, Dry saying my gacha box idea is decent, or champion selectors. Champion selectors kind of underwhelming because you're actually selecting the champions. I don't see Kabam ever giving us that kind of power where you can just select the champions you want. However, oh, I should have ranked up Elsa. Okay. Guys, who do I go with? Nefaria? Is he too slow? Alright, I'm going with Nefaria. Okay. Alright, Gecko Man saying, oh, that's so hype. I love me some Spider-Man rogues. Me too, Gecko, but they've just... all of the Spidey champions have been so mid. So mid. That I don't know if we should, in fact, be hyped. Okay. Alright, oh, why did he get Onslaught? God damn it. Because I kind of felt like I was going to block his Jean Grey with my Yelena, but now that he has Onslaught, he might just use Onslaught and throw Jean on defense. We'll see. But yeah, Gecko Man, you're right. I kind of hope that they do Lizard some justice and they re-release Doc Ock as a newly well-tuned 7-star champion, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, I don't know if my deck is good enough to take this fella out, but it is what it is. I am like half paying attention. This is the most people that I've seen on my live stream, so I'm kind of trying to... Alright. Let's see who he drops as a Yelena counter. That son of a... Okay. I think Count can do this fight because of the Spidey relic that I have on him, so he's not gonna get the Dex buff. So maybe I can smoke this Nico. We'll see. Oh no! This... Oh! Oh, this son of a gun. He's really smart. I don't have any counter for Onslaught or Jean. So if he drops Onslaught... The get command saying they cooked with Scorpion, Spider-Woman, Black Cat, and Spot, but a lot of misses as well. They 100% cooked. Wait, why do I have poisons on me? What? Alright, drop it. I'm cooked in this fight, guys. Eight poisons? Why? Why? I didn't even get a buff. Why? Can someone explain to me? Why do I have so many poisons? I'm dead here. What? I don't... Oh, she also... Oh my god. That's funny. Okoye also kind of got cooked. Gecko Man, I agree, they did cook with Scorpion, but they cooked with Scorpion so good that he's not available as a 7-star yet. So the cooking meter is questionable at the moment. Alright, guys. I think we hope for the best with this one. Okay. Alright, what do we got here? Gecko Man saying, I hate Nico so much. I know, dude. She's such a pain. I don't even get it. I thought Count could do that fight with Nico because of the buff immunity. But he just got a crap load of poisons. Oh. Oh, come on. Of course. Alright, I'm gonna bait this SP2. Because... Alright, 100% HP finish. Even though I fumbled like nobody's business. And I was punching down significantly. It was only a rank 2, guys. Do not mistake this for me being skilled, even remotely. Alright, Gecko saying I should run some BGs as well. Practice for next season. Yeah, dude. Gecko, build out your deck. See what champion works. See what champion doesn't work. And yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck. Alright, Zemo saying 27, I believe, or 25. I'm sorry, I don't. Kraven is kind of considered a Spider-Verse champ. Kraven is a Spider-Man villain. 100%. I don't know what Sony was trying to do with that Kraven movie, but he is 100% a Spider-Man villain. And well. I feel like Jean is gonna probably cook anyone. Oh. Can you... Ooh. Okay, we have a chance maybe? Question mark? I have done a very, very good Jean matchup with my boy Red Skull. However... Ooh, he went with Gallon and not the rank for Onslaught? Was that a mistake? You think you got... What do you guys think? I would have felt a lot more comfortable with Onslaught. I don't know why I did that heavy. Oh! Reverse controls. Power lock. Okay. Come on, melt. Sorry, peeps. I'm trying my best. I am very, 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 very bad. Ah! I'm very bad with burst controls. I cannot handle it. My only... Oh! Come on, bruh. My only shot was to heal. Come on. Okay, this was a very mid fight, but if I didn't lose that 5% health, I think I could have done it. Or could I? It was only 1,000 point difference. Maybe not. He was a bit too fast. Okay. Oh. GG's. GG's. Alright. I'm just trying to weave in a little bit of battleground embarrassment for you guys to not be completely bored with my yapping. Alright. What did I miss? I missed a lot. Alright. Gecko said, you hate Nico. I agree because she just kicked my butt. Zemo said you blocked the first SP1. Is that why I got so many poisons on me? That's so dumb. Okay. Bart saying Nico the perfectly balanced champion. She is perfectly balanced. What do you mean? Of course. Ali saying Nefaria, how dare you let us down? He didn't. I think it was me. It was me. Okay. Zemo saying because I blocked that SP1, I got poisons. So you have to dex the SP1. Okay. Mid-Faria confirmed. Hey, come on. It's me who is mid, not Nefaria. Alright, Dry saying you had to wait out her buff immunity before you started to dex her. Yeah, but like Zemo said, it was blocking the SP1 probably that got the poisons on me because I had the Spidey relic, which means I don't get the dexterity buff. Alright, Gecko saying Nico can poison buff immune champs, which is stupid. Oh, does she? Wait. Dry Ice was correct. Oh my god, this is like a revelation that as I'm going down the chat, I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, actually, you were wrong. Oh, the other guy was also wrong. What? I'm wrong. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Gecko, that is a big revelation. That is so stupid that she can poison buff immunity. So basically, her buff immunity works like the neutralize from Kindred. Is that what it is? Because yeah, Zemo, okay, so Zemo is saying I was supposed to wait out the buff immunity and I didn't. Yeah, because I figured if I'm buff immune, her poisons won't stick, but I get what you guys are saying now. Alright. Zemo saying Red Skull works for Onslaught, just SP3 spam. Really? Okay. Ali saying reverse control is your kryptonite. There's so many kryptonites for me, especially when I'm like super aware that people are watching me fumble. But okay. Gecko saying Gallon cooks. Hey Gecko, I feel like me saying Gallon doesn't deserve to be in the Titan pool is why that happened to me. But okay. Alright, Gecko Man saying it's something to do with the game's order of operations. Yeah, I completely agree because this is something that was... So I took a fight with Wiccan way back when with Titania thinking nothing's gonna happen, I can parry this guy, and then I just got melted with like 15 incinerates and I was like, how did this happen? So apparently being immune to buffs means that the buff technically in the game triggers, but any post getting the buff interaction, any interaction that is supposed to happen after you get the buff won't happen because you're immune to the buff. But the triggering of a buff registering still happens. Which is why, with that logic, would champions like Quicksilver work? Because Quicksilver just straight up doesn't benefit from the dexterity mastery, which means no precision. So it's not buff immunity, but he just doesn't get the dexterity buff because he doesn't get that mastery. Does anyone know if he works? Because that's something I would be curious about. Okay, Bart saying, yep, she can, because her awakening makes her inflict poisons when buff fails due to immunity, which also counts for buff immunity champions. Oh, as Red Guardian and Titania. Bart, you, sir, are correct. Dry Eye saying, this peak humor, your commentary is amazing. This is just me being unable to communicate. Dry Eyes, this is not peak humor. Okay, this is like Mr. Bean humor, which is like you're laughing at me fumbling basic communication. But I appreciate it. As long as you think that, it works for me. All right, Bart saying arcade is peak response, comedy and game. Yeah, exact, guys. I now stand corrected. It is humor. This is intentional. Also, I completely could have beat Nico. I didn't do it for humor purposes. Okay, you think I don't know. I know. I'm testing you guys. Okay. All right, Gecko saying, I'm not sure they really need to fix the issue as a whole. It's definitely not intended to be like this. Apparently it is, Gecko, because I rant on Twitter a lot about every minor inconvenience I have in the game, and people told me apparently someone brought this up in a forum, and Kabam said that this is how it works. This is the intended interaction. If you want to not get the Incinerate, you use an Incinerate immune champion against Wiccan. So I think by that logic, the same would go with Nico, which is use a poison immune champion. Alright. Dry Eye saying Arcade gets the award. I accept. I humbly accept. Alright, Bart saying, oh, it's actually me too. Lacking skills and communication most of the time. Exactly, Bart. And you know what it is? Like, if you and I were talking about something completely random, I could yap and yap and yap nonstop, and you would think that, oh, this guy's a bloody genius. He knows so much about so much, and he's so good at communicating. And then you would ask me the most basic thing and be like, hey, can you explain how staplers work? And I would be like, what would the, and I would just so the way it works is the metal, it's like when it's something simple that you want to just blurb out, everything in the brain just kind of cross connects. But yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully enough people find it entertaining. But yeah, we have a bunch of people today in the stream, 15 of you, so please, if you're anywhere in the background, feel free to say hi in the chat. And I want to say thank you for being here in the first place. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you guys stopping by. Alright, this was just me moving, okay? I already died in Alliance War in front of you guys. I'm not doing it again. What do we got? I don't have anything to do. Let's just do another BG's fight, and we might end up calling the stream after that, because yeah, I genuinely don't have anything to do in the game that I'm genuinely looking forward to. Incursions was about the last thing. We have the new season of Battleground starting in 2 days, so maybe we'll have fun playing BG's. And maybe playing in front of everyone would make me a better player. We'll find out. Alright, Bart saying... No, wait. Dry Ice saying... Poison Immune gets Acid Burn against Nico. No, Dry Ice. So that's only for Cosmic Champions. So if you're a Cosmic Champion and you're immune to Poison, you get Acid Burn. But every other Poison Immune Champion completely counters Nico. So any robot you have, great counter. Any Science Champion that's immune to Poison, perfect counter. Alright, Bart saying, I can yap about champ designs at MCSC, but if you ask me simple things like math, I go like, yeah, that's me. That's me also. Alright. Do we take out his Gallon? Maybe I'll take out Dazzler because... Actually, I'm just gonna take out Onslaught because why not? Yeah, Bart, you know, have you seen one of those street interview videos where where they go up to people asking the most basic things, and they're like, "Oh, how many continents are there?" And the people are completely taken aback, and they're like, 25. And then they'll just make a clip out of it, and it's like, dude, you can't stop people in the middle of the street and ask them any general knowledge questions. Like, I would also 100% get all of that wrong. Okay, let's not pretend that we're gonna be able to counter. Okay, I'm gonna go with Guardian because more fun. But what was I saying? Yeah, like the street interview thingies. You know, if someone's dropped me smack in the middle of the sidewalk and was like, "Hey, what do you get if you add 2 and 2?" I swear to God, I would be like, 22? That's because it's just how it goes, dude. You're on the spot. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna pick. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Jean because why not? Ooh, now I'm glad I picked Jean because she got that bullseye. Let's see. I feel like he's gonna completely destroy Kindred with Silk. We'll see. Alright. Dry Eyes. I see Bart saying, I probably say something like, I'm Michael Jordan. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is annoying, huh? Me, like, doing this. Sorry, guys. Okay, this is me trying to get rid of his gene. Here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna Sinister this one. Yeah. I figured he was gonna do that. All right. Come on. Okay. Okay. Not the fastest fight, but Wow. Alright, man. Much respect. That was amazing. Did that beautifully. Do you guys think his name is spelled Dyson? Like the home tech brand? Or is it Dyson? Okay. If I can win this fight, okay, if he uses Spider-Woman. Okay, if I win this fight, I can win this match. Because reasons. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my god, can you... Thank you. Jeez. Come on, can I get some willpower healing, please? Okay, we have a shot here. Oh! Alrighty. Aha. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, we have a couple of chats. We got Stephen Hart in the chat saying... I made it to room 30. Cassie Lang is the boss. Let's go. Ooh, did you use Cassie Lang? That's... Wait, are you saying Cassie Lang is the boss of the final room? But GG's, man. You made it. That's awesome. Okay. I know Bastion can crush this, but this is the only option I have because Silk can definitely destroy... You son of a gun. What is your angle here? I have no idea. Okay, come on, Guardian. Come on. Come on. Come on, my fellow Canadian. Do not let me down, brother. Guys. Guys, do you think one SP, one SP2 rotation is going to be enough for this? Please. I need immediate response from the chat. Okay, YOLO. I'm going to do it, guys. Pray for me. Oh, it was not enough. Oh, no. Why didn't you guys stop me? Why didn't you stop me? I specifically asked you guys to stop me from doing this. Only goes to show you cannot trust anyone in this business. Also, Bastion is so easy. I did not even need to take that champ. Oh, Gene Grey reverse control shenanigans for the win, boys. Guys, listen, I did not need your help, okay? I had this. Do you think I did not already know this was gonna happen? This is why I took the SP3. Shame on you. All of you who doubted me. Drop a thumbs up on the stream. Because that was a fucking master plan. Executed perfectly. Alright. Ali saying it's okay, Bart. You should see me in Battlegrounds just in general. I'm an embarrassment. Come on. No, you're not. You have like 5 ranked 6 stars. You're not even ready for Battlegrounds. You're good. Alright, Bart saying, now imagine that it would be the playstyle you'd get with Mr. Knight. 5 full combos in your block before they throw the goddamn heavy. Man, when this Mr. Knight is such a complicated champion. I'm sorry, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I don't like that the community voted champions are so complicated to play. Maybe I'm being stupid with this complaint, but even What's his name? The confidence man? You guys know what I'm talking about. The cosmic guy with the confidence. This gladiator. Gladiator? I barely know her. What? But why is he so complicated to play? Didn't the community vote this champion into the game? Shouldn't they be the simplest, most goated utility champion that everyone can enjoy? Mr. Knight with his light attack game style. I mean, why? Kabam. Just make a simple champion for the community. So stupid. Alright, Stephen Hart, did I congratulate you on getting to room 30 though? Tell us if you opened something. I'd be really interested to know if you got something good from the incursion crystal. Dry ice just saying no. Okay. I don't know what that is in reference to. I have completely forgotten, but okay. Like, Bart's tagging Alex on this one. Mayhold laughing. Who are you laughing at, Mayhold? Better not be me. Because did you see how I planned that Battlegrounds fight? I crushed it. Completely dominated. Alright. Guys, I am kind of capped on my social battery, and I generally have nothing to do. I don't want to play Battlegrounds again for no reason. But I really want to thank everyone who stopped by the stream. Thank you so much. This was honestly one of the best streams I've done so far. And my incredibly astounding Battlegrounds fights aside, I hope you guys had a good time. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Drop a thumbs up on the stream so more people in the community get recommended my channel and the videos. And yeah, we're doing live streams every single day, so everyone here, please come back same time, 7:30 p.m. sometimes 8 p.m. depending if something goes wrong, but 7:30 p.m. Pacific we'll be live. We'll be doing some shenanigans with Battlegrounds, arenas, all that good stuff. Okay, tomorrow's stream, we'll see if we can do incursions or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you tomorrow.